All right, Shalom, Israel, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. This video is going into Matthew, really chapter 18, starting at verse 21. Starting at verse 21, basically, Peter was asking Yahushua, who the world called Jesus Christ. He said, starting at verse 21, then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how often shall my brother sin against me? I forgive him to 7 times. That was a question. Peter was basically asking, Lord, what's the limit do I got to do? Like, just say my brother do something, right? What's the limit to that? It got to be a number. No, all right, this the last time he doing that. I don't have to forgive him no more. That's what Peter asking. Is it 7 times? So if he do something the 8th time, that's when it's like, okay, I don't got to forgive him no more. What does Yahweh tell him? Basically what it's going into, you have to forgive your brothers, man. You have to forgive your brothers and sisters in this truth that do you wrong. And sometimes it may be hard. Sometimes it may be hard to forgive somebody that done you wrong and wronged you, man. It may be hard. It may take a while. The pain might be there for a little bit, but you have to forgive them. You have to forgive them. It don't mean you have to be by him and act like y'all close buddy all the time. You have to forgive them, though. You don't want to have no hate in your heart towards that brother. Now, if they hate you, that's on them. But you don't have to have no hate against them, because guess what? We know that when they hate you as a demon, it ain't really that person. It's a spirit that's on them, right? So if you turn around and start hating him too, you're going to have a demon on you too. So there's going to be 2 demons going back and forth. And both of y'all going to get put to death because y'all hating each other, man. And the Most High look at that as being murder. I mean, your murder or death. When you hate your brother, man, it's like you killing your brother, bro. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what Yahushua told Peter. Yahushua said unto him, I say not unto thee unto 70 times, but unto 70 times 7. So 70 times 7. Basically, you got to keep forgiving them, man. Keep forgiving them. You got to keep forgiving them. It ain't no certain amount, a number. When they get to that number, stop forgiving them. It's 70 times 7. And after that, it's keep going. You got to keep going and forgive them, man. Because the moment you stop forgiving them and the moment you turn the evil eye towards them is the moment that you might fall out the truth, man. Or you might get put to death because you hating your brother. You a murderer. Now it says, therefore is the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king, which would take account of his servants. And when he had begun to reckon, one was wrought unto him, which owed him 10,000 talents. But furthermore, as he had not to pay, his Lord commanded him to be sold, and his wife and children, and all that he had, and payment to be made. The servant therefore fell down and worshipped him, saying, Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. So the king was finna get rid of this servant wife and all his belongings, right? Because he owed him something. He owed him, what did it say? He owed him 10 talents, if I ain't mistaken. 10,000 talents. So he was like, man, you ain't owing me what you owe me. I'm finna get rid of you. And that's like Jake in the world. Hey, Jake don't play about his money. Jake don't play about things that belong to him. He'll get rid of you in a heartbeat. But the servant was praying to him. The servant was bowing down asking for forgiveness. He was asking for forgiveness, not praying to him. But he was asking kind of for forgiveness in this thing, right? Because we go back to it, say, the servant therefore fell down and worshipped him, saying, Lord, have patience with me. So he's saying, please have patience with me. I'm going to get you your money. I'm going to get you your money. Same thing like Jake in the world. You try to say Jake don't pay you the money that he owe you. He going to beg, please give me to this time. Give me to this time right here. I'll have you this amount. Right? It says, then the Lord of the servant was moved with compassion and loosed him and forgave him the debt. So the king had mercy on the servant, right? The king had mercy on him. He's like, okay, you said this, I'm gonna have mercy on you. I'm gonna give this one more time to get what you owe me. And the king had mercy on the servant. Now let's see where the servant had mercy on somebody else that's lower than him, right? Let's see what he do. Verse 28, but the same servant went out and found one. So the same servant that got forgiveness from the king is the same servant that went out and found one of his fellow servants which owed him money. And it was 100 pence. And he laid hands on him. So the servant that the king spared, he gonna turn around and lay hands on somebody that owe him money. He should have learned from the king. All right, the king spared you, so how you gonna turn around and put hands on a person that was in the same situation you was in? You know what I'm saying? And it says, and he laid hands on him and took him by the throat, saying, pay me what thou owest. So he telling the servant that's lower to him, hey, pay me what you owe me. But he was just begging to the king to ask for forgiveness for him. But then he gonna get the kind of a little bit power over the servant that's lower to him. He gonna grab him by the throat and tell me, pay me my money right now. And that's wicked, man. That's wicked. That's kind of how Drake be in the world, kind of with the dope game. When they be in the so-called dope game, they be they owe the so-called big homie or drug lord, whatever you want to call him. They owe him money, right? But the drug lord, we want to kill him. He begging for forgiveness. Hey, please don't kill me. I have your money. I have your money. The drug lord, I don't know why I'm struggling with this. The drug lord might he might spare and be like, okay, you better have my money by so and so. If you don't, I'm gonna kill you. He give him a grace period. But then the dude that just got spared, he gonna turn around. You know, the person that's selling dope for him. If the person don't have no money for him, I'm just using situation that be in the world, right? So if the person don't have no money for him with the drugs, he gonna try to shoot him and grab his neck. Where my money at? Where my money at? But your leader that's over you just spared you. So how you gonna turn around and not spare that person that's, you know what I'm saying, that's working for you? That's off, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's how Jake be in the world. It says, and his fellow servant fell down at his feet and besought him, saying, have patience with me, and I will pay thee. And he would not, but went and cast him into prison. So the servant is saying the same thing that he was saying. The servant basically is in the same shoes he was just in with the king. He said, have patience with me. Please have patience with me. I will pay you your money when I get it. But he didn't want to have mercy on him. He threw him into prison, man. He threw him into prison, and he should pay the debt. So he had to sit in there so he can pay the debt. Guess what? Now, guess what? What the king said when he found out he did that. So when his fellow servants saw what was done, they were very sorry and came and told unto their lord all that was done. So they came and told their lord, the leader. Then his lord, after that, he had called him and said unto him, O thou wicked servant, I forgave thee all that debt, because thou desired me. Shouldst not thou also have had compassion on thy fellow servant, even as I had pity on thee? So he's saying, you can use that as Yahweh, man. Yahweh have mercy on us. What sense does it make? Yahweh always have mercy on us. This is what the parable going into. Yahweh always have mercy on us, man. We do all type of wickedness every day, man. We ask for forgiveness every day. Yahweh have mercy on us every single day in this thing. But you can't forgive your brother, and Yahweh is forgiving you, your Lord that's over you, but you can't turn around and forgive your brother for the little things. And we do things that's outrageous in the Most High eyes, but your brother do the littlest thing to you, but you can't forgive him. You all on his neck right now. You trying to beat him up. But the Most High is sparing you, man. But check this out. Should it not thou also have had compassion on thy fellow servant, even as I had pity on thee? So you supposed to have compassion on your brethren, on your sister, even as Christ had on us, man. Because Christ could have killed you. That time that you committed adultery, that time that you committed homosexuality, that time that you picked up that blunt and smoked it, the Most High could have killed you. He didn't have to spare you. But he forgave you, man. He gave you mercy and grace. So why won't you do the same thing for your brother and sister? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? It says, and his Lord was wroth and delivered him to the torments till he should pay all that was doing to him. So likewise shall my heavenly Father do also unto you, if you from your hearts forgive not everyone his brother their trespass. So the Most High gonna judge you, man. You gonna get put to death. You'll get put to death if you don't forgive your brothers and sisters that wrong you, man. You have to forgive them. Even though it's hard, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and be like, it's easy to forgive somebody. Especially they did some crazy stuff and then acting like they ain't do nothing and then acting like it's okay and they act like they don't care. That's a hard thing, man. You very strong if you forget them in that situation, man. That shows strength. That shows that you're not weak, because it's hard. A lot of people can't do that. Somebody that just wronged somebody, it's hard for them to forgive them, man. They'll hold on to a grudge for about 3 or 4 years that same person, where they will not forgive them, man. Some people take a grudge to the grave. But if you forgive your brothers and sisters, man, That shows love, and the Most High is worthy to forgive you for forgiving your brother, man. So forgive your people, man. If they done you wrong, man. And I'm talking about your people. I'm not talking about the so-called white man. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about other nations that wronged you, man. They gonna always be your enemies, man. They got a judgment coming their way. I'm talking about your brethren. That's why I say your brother. It's talking about your brethren. You know what I'm saying? You have to forgive them that wronged you, man, because they're your same people. You don't want to have no demon hop on you and you start hating them too, because they ain't gonna do no good, because both of y'all gonna get put to death. You know, so just forgive your people, man, and you'll grow. The Most High deal with you through the Spirit. So this But the King, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And stay tuned, family. I got this I made 15 spirit boosters for the nation, man. They dropping tonight. I'm gonna try to drop them at 12 tonight, man. They call it the Lost Files. It's a spirit booster for the nation, because I know we need, in the last day, these demons attacking us, these demons all on us trying to get us out the truth. So it's just some spirit boosters that the Most High put on my spirit, to put out here for the nation, man. So y'all stay tuned for that, man. Lord willing, I hope it helps a brother and sister and help y'all grow in this thing, man. And if y'all was on the way to falling out, I hope this thing through the Spirit lift y'all up and allow y'all to keep going through the Spirit, man. So this But the King, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. I say shalom.